Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I'm sat in snowy now, just waiting for the guys to finish what they're doing inside. And we're off for a little road trip adventure. We're going to Bruges in Belgium. It's currently 7 in the morning. We're just about to leave for the EuroTunnel. Obviously driving through France a little bit. It's not too far away from Calais, the other side. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm a bit tired. I've just loaded the van. Come and join us for a fun little few days in Bruges.
I'm Jamie. I've never been a 9 till 5 guy, and seeking out new experiences has always called to me. Whether it's micro or something a bit bigger, join me on my next adventure.
So we just got to the EuroTunnel terminal, and we had got in and then got a coffee. Oh, it's bloody sunny. Can you see me all right? Well, I can't see you in the screen with my polarized sunglasses. But yeah, got a coffee. Just waiting for the call. We got on an earlier train, which is good. And we're just having some porridge.
The best porridge there is.
Yeah.
Banana and cinnamon. Gorgeous.
At the terminal, there's a place called Lyon, isn't there, honey? That we like going to.
Yeah.
And it is a chain, isn't it? There is Lyons around the country, but it has lovely porridge with bananas and cinnamon on. So rather than having rubbish for breakfast, it's a nice, healthy, breakfast being on the road. So I can highly recommend a Lyon if you find one. But now we're just waiting for the call to go onto the train. I think we're going straight on.
Brilliant.
Good, isn't it?
Perfect. Once again, really easy.
And it's good because I'm actually learning French at the moment. So I'm practicing my French. I'm not very good at the moment. I've only been doing it for a couple of months. But yeah. Although I suppose we're going to Belgium, so it's a bit different, but I can practice while going through France.
Exactly, and everything's in English and French at the moment, so it's ideal.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we might be going to France quite a lot to practice. And the EuroTunnel's so good. I don't know why people don't use the EuroTunnel all the time rather than the ferries. Because I think it's the same sort of price, and it's easy.
And it's half an hour.
Yeah. Watch out, Mr. Seagull. So another good thing about being on the EuroTunnel with your van is that you can just chill out for half an hour. So I've got things charging, ready for the next bit of the journey. You can use the toilet, you can open the door and wander around. And yeah, it's just so good and so handy. And it only takes 35 minutes. So we're just going to chill out here, finish a coffee and get ready for being in France. So it says it's got number plate recognition.
Okay. Okay.
And we're number 28. So we're all parked up nice, and we've made the beds at the back and everything is sorted, plugged in, all good. Just a change of jacket, I think, and then we're going to head into Bruges and see what's going on. I've actually, they've got a limit on power here, so I put a 6 amp limiter on the electric, so hopefully things shouldn't blow. I think it was something like 1500 watt or something like that as well, so we can't use our kettle, so it's a gas kettle and a gas heating in this campsite for a few days, so hopefully that should be alright and we don't run out of gas. But I've got a spare bottle, so we should be fine. I've brought my cameras with me as well, but I don't think I'm going to bring my cameras. Should I take the cameras tonight or just have a little wander? Probably just have a little wander and then maybe take the cameras in tomorrow. We're here, good journey, really easy journey. So far, highly recommend Bruges.
I found that photo in the sofa, and it's from way back in '01. So I guess there's much I never told you.
Let's just put some chocolate.
Grew up on 913 of Blue Rock. Memories of 6 kids running around those halls.
So it's the morning after the first night and we had an evening. Put it that way, didn't we?
Yeah.
So when we got back late last night, we had a lovely evening in Bruges, just having dinner, having a wander. Yeah, really busy. But then we came back to Snowy. I came in and all of the floor was flooded. We were like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? And sort of a bit panicky, weren't we? Thinking,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Ripping all the carpets out.
Yeah. And so the carpets all had to go outside. Everything was flooded on the floor. So long story short, by ripping things up and, you know, turning the pump on and off and sort of trying to find out where the leak is, we've sort of figured out that we think it's the toilet flush pipe. So something around the back there, and we cannot get to the back there. So, I mean, basically it drained our whole water tank, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. So, because we've got water here, and you know the toilets are just behind us because we're on a campsite, so it's not a problem. But it's really worrying that, you know, we're gonna have to get someone out when we get home. But after that, the heating wasn't working, and we could not work out why the gas heating wasn't working, because it was working at, you know, an hour before.
And it's really cold overnight at the
Yeah,
moment.
so we were already panicky, thinking what the hell's going wrong with Snowy, and yeah, and then the heating wasn't working, and it's -2 outside, and Taylor's got a bit of a head cold, so we were like, oh my God, and we were absolutely freezing, weren't we?
Yeah, considering looking at Airbnbs.
Yeah, like it was just like, what the hell is going on?
Having to go home maybe.
Yeah, and we were actually really considering going home today as well. But then I done some Mr. Googling and about the Truma heater, the combi boiler heater thing that we have, and found out that there was a couple of things that we had to do on the settings or something like that to like reset everything. Yeah, we checked the gas. The gas was open, and
We changed the gas, didn't we?
we changed the gas, and you know the cooker was working. So it's like, why isn't the heater working? So anyway, long story short, I figured it out about 11 o'clock at night, just before we were thinking you know, we're going home. And we had a really, really toasty night. And it was really, really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we were boiling, if anything. So hopefully we haven't used too much gas. But anyway, so we're happy. We weren't last night. It was panicky. We were thinking we were going to go home, but the heating's working. Taylor's still asleep, so I don't know why I'm speaking so loud, but he's probably awake.
Oh,
But,
and there was no Airbnbs in Bruges.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
we would have had to have gone home. Yeah, we were we were looking on the EuroTunnel website to like rebook our train and things. So, but anyway, after a panicky night, we're happy. We've slept well, and we can't use the water. But that's a problem. We can just have to call someone out when we get home. But we can deal. We've got water bottles and things like that, and the toilets are behind us and all that sort of thing. So. The carpets are outside, so we just have to deal with that, but we've got the heating, we can boil a kettle, no problem, and we're going to have a nice day, aren't we?
Yes.
Carry on with our little trip and feel a lot happier.
And eat more waffles.
And I want one of those big sausages today.
Yeah.
And
from the Christmas market.
From the Christmas market. So, but anyway, we're going to have a lovely day, carry on with the day. I'm going to take my cameras in today. I'm also going to show you around the campsite a little bit as well, because this is a lovely little campsite. So if anyone's coming to Bruges with their van, I highly recommend it so far. Really, really good. So yeah, I might just walk around the campsite and just sort of show you what's going on around here.
This next little blurb has come from Camping Memling's website. Camping Memling in Bruges is a cosy and well-maintained campsite located on a forest. The campsite is open all year round and offers spacious pitches for caravans and motorhomes. With a tent, you can choose your spot on our beautiful camping meadow. As a camper, you can always use the neat, renovated showers, toilets and other sanitary facilities. There is also a sitting area with a piano and TV. At the campsite, you have easy access to our Wi-Fi network. Winter or summer, Camping Memling is the ideal base for visiting Bruges, the coast and the surrounding region.
This road we're on now from the campsite is just the road all the way up to the gates of the city of Bruges. Really, really simple from the campsite to walk up. I think it's probably about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes if you're slow. But yeah, and it's got shops all the way along, loads of cool shops. And we just went to one of the best adventure shops I've ever been to. It was amazing. So check that out. And yeah, I've got my camera bag with me. I plan to take some pictures today. So should be fun.
And Jamie getting his camera ready.
Yeah, if I can get it on.
Get that lens on.
So annoying, the perfect shot was in the middle of the road.
Just go, stop the traffic. Did you get it?
Yeah.
As our trip was over Christmas, they were having a Christmas light display every evening, and we stumbled across some great shows. This was for sure our longest walking day. We walked for miles. So we just got back after a long day. We walked so far today, just rambling around Bruges, which is lovely. Had lunch, had dinner, took some pictures, really fun. Now we're just back and just chilling out really. We're put the heating on. It's a bit chilly outside. Gonna have a cup of tea and we're going to relax for the evening. It's supposed to be raining tomorrow, so I'm not too sure what's going to happen tomorrow, but we shall see. Yeah, gonna chill out. Bruges is excellent so far.
These alligators are a lot bigger than the ones we've seen.
Good morning, everybody. So is it the third morning or the second morning? Can't remember, but we're having a nice time. Slept really well last night. Taylor's still in bed, so that's why I'm talking a bit quieter. Sarah's just using the facilities. I'm just catching up with some YouTube. I think I'm a bit too addicted to campervans, to be honest. I just watch campervan channels all the time. But then Sarah and I are just gonna go to that adventure shop again and have a little look around while Taylor's wakes up in bed. But then I think we're going to come back to the van for lunch. Just ease off the spending a little bit, because it's quite expensive to eat in Bruges. 2 meals a day, 3 people. So we're going to come back to the van for lunch, and then I think later we are going to eat out later, but we're going to go for some street food rather than a restaurant or anything like that. So yeah, so it's all going well, and we're having a lovely time so far.
Morning!
How was the facilities?
The facilities were quite busy.
Well, I'm going to press pause on YouTube. Overlanding Sophia.
Yeah, busy. Lots of steam, lots of children, lots of families, but all nice, and there's lots of nice cubicles, so it's all private, and heated floors, which makes me
That's
happy.
good, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Go to the place with the good facilities.
Yeah, so it's all good.
And this is not too expensive, this campsite, is it?
No, it's really reasonable. I think it was €140 for the 4 nights for 3 of us in our camper.
Bang on.
Yep. Okay.
So what have we got? What did we buy?
We have from Olivier's, I don't know how you say it. Olivier, handcrafted Belgian chocolates. Just randomly stopped there for a coffee, and then got a gorgeous little chocolate with our coffee and hot chocolate and drink and stuff. Then went in and realised it was a chocolate shop, so obviously had to buy some Belgian chocolate. So we've got, this is a little selection for our nan at home, and this is 10 chocolates that we're going to share between us. But obviously they're beautiful handmade chocolates, so they're not the cheapest chocolates in the world, but they're the nicest, I think, anyway. So I'm happy.
Good. Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly.
So the only next thing to do is to email the CamperVan fix the guy to come out again and try and sort this leak out when we get home. I mean, it will be in the new year now, won't it? But
Yeah.
There's no rush, and we're coping completely fine without the taps or the toilet, because we're obviously on a campsite, so it doesn't make too much difference. But we want to be fully working next year, because we've got loads of trips planned, haven't we? So
Yeah.
so if we do that, we've come back. We're actually cooking on board tonight because it's a bit wet and windy and minging today, so we're going to eat on board, have a nice chilled out evening. Weather's supposed to be better tomorrow, so last day tomorrow, go back into Bruges, have some naughty food again, and yeah, we're going to have a nice chilled evening. What you got?
Tartiflette, so potatoes, bacon, onions, cream, white wine, garlic, and these are raclette sandwiches. So ham, cheese, rocket, pickled onions.
Nice.
Proper street food.
So it's the last evening, isn't it? And we've had a lovely time in Bruges. We're just having a last walkies just to stretch our legs. We've been in Bruges all day, but it's been a bit rainy today, so I took the camera in, took a few shots, but nothing crazy.
No.
I think the best shots were the other day.
And we just kept on getting rained on.
Yeah, it was just, so we came back relatively after lunch, been chilling at the van all afternoon, well, late afternoon. And yeah, like I said, we're just going for a little sunset stroll, stretch the legs, and then we're going to go home. What?
To walk off some of that raclette cheese and
Yeah,
Belgian
oh
chocolate.
man, we were so cheesy and so
It was nice.
so rich, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. But you couldn't have that every day. You'd be fat as a, I don't know what. But anyway, EuroTunnel back tomorrow. What time is it?
It's the 2:20 EuroTunnel back, so we're going to leave the campsite about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning just to make sure we get there in plenty of time and maybe even get an earlier one over because it's so flexible, isn't it? They let you on early.
Yeah. And one thing I think I've learned about Bruges or Belgium in general is don't speak French or don't try and speak French because they do not like the French for some reason, do they?
No, they don't want you to speak French. They would rather you just spoke to them in English. And like obviously not many people know Flemish, which is their language here, but they just said to us like no French please, just English
Yeah,
is fine.
so don't speak French, they don't like it.
Generally people have just been really friendly, haven't they? And
Yeah.
helpful, and it's just been really nice.
Still find it weird talking into a camera, especially when there's people around, so we do it when there's no one around.
The thing that I thought actually was reading up on Bruges, it's actually a slightly more expensive city. So the city prices are a bit more expensive than I expected, particularly when you're like right in the centre, like where the squares are. They're more expensive by a good few euros, whereas if you just go off into the little side streets, which are right next to it, it's like a couple of euros less.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, definitely.
can add up to quite a lot if you're having like 3 coffees or whatever. So yeah, head out a little bit from the main market areas and it is cheaper.
Oh, and also that's what I was going to say, is that Bruges is such a small city. I mean, it's beautiful, but you could do it in 2 days, couldn't you? We booked 3 days, but today we were sort of doing things
That we've done a couple of times
yeah,
already.
exactly. So you can just like do it in a couple of days. You don't need to be here for ages. You can walk around the whole city quite easily.
And that's not, I mean, that wasn't us walking particularly quickly and going in and out of shops and
Yeah.
we've stopped for coffee and lunch and everything multiple times, haven't we?
Yeah,
And still
definitely.
had lots of time free, which has been really nice actually.
Yeah.
So we haven't felt pressurised to get everything done on, tick all the boxes and see everything because we've done it all now.
Yeah, and if you come in a van, the campsite Memling, is it?
Yeah.
That we were at, highly recommended. Just literally, like I said, half an hour walk in. If you don't want to walk, you actually can catch the bus. We didn't catch the bus because we like walking, but apparently you can catch a bus into town, which is near as well. So, and there's loads of shops around,
Yeah.
so highly recommend the campsite. But we're just going to go for a nice little walkies, have dinner back of the van, and then get up early and head back tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's us done.
And that's us done. Working?
Yeah. Down it goes. Bye bye grey water. Just easier to do it at the
But
campsite.
it's just tap water. It's just sink water, isn't it? It's not
Yeah.
anything too bad.
No, it's just the washing up water. and anything from the bathroom sink, but we haven't used the bathroom this trip because of our water leak. So yeah, just water, pasta water. But just one less thing to do when we get home.
And it makes the van lighter, doesn't it, as well, doesn't it? So it's
Yeah.
fuel economy.
I think it's something like 40 litres that can be in the grey water tank when it's full,
Really?
which is, I can imagine, quite heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
So we may as well.
Here we are. So 11.20 charge of £53,
Yeah,
136 no charge. So yeah, 136.
136, yeah. Got it?
Bon voyage, Mrs. Griffin.
On we go! Or under we go.
So we're just waiting at a very rainy Calais, waiting for the EuroTunnel back to Anglaisville, and yeah, so I just wanted to check in and say thanks for watching if you've watched this far. We've had a bit of a breakthrough with the leak. I don't know if you remember me saying earlier, when we drained the tanks and put the toilet out on the campsite just before we left, I saw in the flush behind the what's it called, the cassette, there was a pipe, like a corner thing, pipe bracket that was open, and I think it sort of burst open and then it's flooded inside and underneath the van basically. So I put it back together and hopefully we're that's it, that's the leak fixed. When I get home I'm gonna have a little play, because at the moment we've organised someone to come out and have a look, you know, a CamperVan fixer person, because we're not very good at this sort of thing. But I'm gonna have a little investigate, fill the tank up, use the pump and all that sort of stuff, and hopefully it's job done. And that was it. And it was just a thing that popped open, we couldn't see, and until we actually, you know, removed the cassette and actually had a look, maybe we should have done it earlier. But anyway, you live and learn, don't you, with these campervans all the time. So, and I'm still learning, that's for sure. But I'll let you know in the next vlog coming up how I got on with the leak, if we needed the guy to come out, and if it's fixed. So, you know, I'll let you know in the next one if you're interested. But again, thank you for watching this far. More videos coming soon. We've got lots of trips planned, and hopefully if you've liked this sort of a vlog, subscribe, like, and all that sort of lovely stuff on YouTube, and I shall see you in the next video. Large.
We are large. It's all those Belgian chocolates.